Welcome to Fireside News. This week, Ozzy Osbourne ruled from a bat-winged throne. Jason Momoa went full Aquaman in the Pantera pit, and Florida wasted zero time throwing speed demons in jail. Meanwhile, Trump wants a literal UFC fight on the White House lawn. Joey Chestnut destroyed 70 hot dogs in the competition, and Scarlet Johansson just dethroned Samuel L. Jackson at the box office. Oh, in case that wasn't enough, someone stole a tourist trolley while high on meth. A bacon-flavored cereal hit Walmart, and 1,500 bikers rolled deep to escort a bullied kid to prom. You want weird? You want wild? You want the kind of stories to make you say, no way that actually happened? Well then, welcome to Fireside News. This is the internet's weekly therapy session, and it starts right now. If you ever needed proof that rock will outlive us all, Ozzy Osbourne just gave it to you. At 75, the Prince of Darkness closed the final chapter of Black Sabbath from a throne. And not just any throne, a black bat-winged beast of a chair that said, yeah, I might be broken, but I'm still your king. The Back to the Beginning concert in Birmingham was absolutely insane. We're talking a 10-hour marathon with 40,000 fans, a reunited Black Sabbath set, and a surprise appearance from, well, just about every living rock legend. Metallica, Tool, Guns N' Roses, Slayer, they're all there. Even Steven Tyler showed up and belted out Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love, which was badass. And Jason Momoa, that dude jumped over the barricade and started throwing elbows in the circle pit during Pantera's Cowboys from Hell. Aquaman goes hardcore. Meanwhile, Ozzy's daughter Kelly got engaged backstage to Sid Wilson from Slipknot, right in front of Ozzy and Sharon. Can you imagine your future father-in-law being Ozzy Osbourne? Basically the perfect tribute. Ozzy looked right at the crowd and said, "You have no idea how I feel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." And with that, the curtain closed. One final paranoid, one final blast of fireworks, and one final reminder that Sabbath started it all. Florida finally did it. They passed a new law saying if you drive over 100 miles an hour, you could get 30 days in jail. It went into effect exactly 12:01 a.m. last Tuesday, and by 12:03, 2 minutes in, a guy was already caught doing 104 mile an hour. Can't make it up. The guy didn't even wait till sunrise to become the state's first official super speeder. Honestly, it's like Florida saw the law and went, bet, right? Now under the new rule, if you hit triple digits, you're looking at a $500 fine, possible jail time, or both. And yeah, there's footage of the guy getting cuffed roadside, which makes it feel a little less like a traffic ticket and more like a Fast and the Furious prequel. But here's the kicker. If he had just floored it a little bit more, he might have passed the patrol zone before the clock struck midnight. Like, hey man, how about 106 in a time machine? Florida officials confirmed he was the first driver charged under law. And I gotta say, that's commitment. Some people make history with inventions or ideas. This guy made it with a lead foot and bad timing. So in a move that somehow feels both incredibly American and straight up satire, Donald Trump has announced he wants to hold a full UFC fight at the White House. You heard it right, not a meet and greet, not a fundraiser, a literal UFC card in the front lawn of the most iconic political address in the country. Trump says it's part of the plan to celebrate America's 250th birthday in 2026. He told the crowd in Iowa, we're going to have a UFC fight on the White House lawn. Dana White is all in. And yeah, apparently it's a full card. Like 20 to 25,000 people crammed into the South Lawn Octagon tailgate party. Even John Jones, who just retired, is now teasing a comeback for the event. I mean, what's more patriotic than a heavyweight throwdown on a presidential real estate, right? Some people are calling it peak idiocracy. Others are booking flights. Me, I'm just imagining the Secret Service trying to crowd control while someone else gets elbowed in the Rose Garden. Is this actually going to happen? You think this is going to make the Boston Tea Party look like a library event? Fireworks? No, we don't need those. We got spinning back kicks and pay-per-view from the Lincoln bedroom. Joey Chestnut, American hero. The man returned to Nathan's hot dog eating contest this year like he never left. And let's be real, I kind of missed him. Last year, Joey had to sit it out because of a contract beef over vegan hot dogs. A sentence I never thought I'd have to say. But this year, no plant-based drama, just 70.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes on national television while we sat in our couches eating 2, maybe 3, and feeling the meat sweats, you know? He didn't beat his personal best of 76 dogs, but he did demolish the rest of the field. Second place only choked down 46.5. Amateur. We could talk about his intro, too. The guy is announced like he was some kind of mythical warrior. Forged from the shards of shattered angels. That's not a man. It's a meat wizard. Chestnut now has 17 mustard belts. That's more dominance than Serena, Brady, and Tiger put together. His stomach isn't a digestive system. It's a war zone, all right? And best part, after it all, Joey said, I wanted a little more. See, now that's the spirit of a champion right there. Or maybe just a guy with no gag reflex and high sodium tolerance. Dolly Parton just proved once again that she's not just a country icon, she's the queen of connection. Her newest project, an audiobook memoir called Star of the Show, My Life on Stage, and she wants your voice on it. Dolly's asking fans to send her personal stories, moments when her music changed a life and made you cry or made you dance and helped you through something heavy. It's your chance to be part of her story, literally. Some of the best fan submissions will be featured in an actual audiobook when it drops in November. You can leave a voice memo through her Instagram bio, and yeah, she really is listening. In a post, she said, "My story isn't complete without yours," which is honestly the most Dolly thing ever, right? This woman donated $1 million to vaccine research, gave us Jolene and 9 to 5, and now she's letting fans co-write her memoir. It's not just country, that's pure heart. So if you got a memory, maybe your mom played Coats of Many Colors on repeat and your friends lost your minds at a Dolly concert, or maybe you just like singing Jolene at karaoke night. Now's your chance, okay? Send it in, because let's be honest, nobody ever said, "I regret sending a message to Dolly Parton." Remember when breakfast was either sweet or savory? Well, Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Hormel just went full Frankenstein and created the unholy spawn of both, bacon-flavored cereal. That's right. The classic cinnamon sugar squares now come with artificial bacon flavor. Because when you think part of a balanced breakfast, obviously the next step is meat-flavored sugar chips floating in milk, right? They're calling it limited edition, which is PR code for, we'll see if this becomes a TikTok disaster or a Walmart aisle legend. And to be clear, it doesn't contain real bacon, just enough bacon flavor to confuse your mouth into thinking it wants another bite or a refund. Early taste testers online say it's not terrible, which is just the kind of energy you want from a $6 bag of regret. You can find it at Walmart if you're brave. And hey, if you ever wanted to experience a midlife crisis in cereal form, congratulations, we have arrived. A vintage clip of William Dafoe doing theater in the 70s is resurfaced, and shocker, people cannot handle young William. The internet's now calling him William Define. Yeah, not Dafoe, Define. The clip's got fans thirsting like they just discovered time travel and puberty all at once. Comments range from, "Wow, I've never seen him young," and "He's got the swagger of a god." And if you only ever known Dafoe as the Green Goblin or that guy from The Lighthouse, seeing him in his 20s is straight up disorienting. It's just like finding out your favorite barista was a Calvin Klein model in '92. He even pronounces his name Dafoe in the video. So now we're not even sure who he is anymore. William Dafoe, William Dafine, William DeWoe, I don't know. Johansson just dethroned Samuel L. Jackson as the highest grossing lead actor of all time. Yeah, that's not a typo. Thanks to her new flick Jurassic World Rebirth, her movies have now grossed $14.8 billion. Billion with a B. That puts her just ahead of Jackson at $14.6 billion, and even Robert Downey Jr. at $14.3 billion. And she did it with fewer movies, just 36 compared to Sam's 71. She's basically the Tom Brady of movie franchises. She's efficient, she's dominant, and always a threat to show up in leather. Scarlet's character, Black Widow, might be dead in the MCU, but her bankability is immortal, and now the new heavyweight champ at the box office has the name Scarlett frickin' Johansson. Imagine you're already in court for drug charges, and you got one job, to keep your head down and don't screw up. Well, this guy in Ireland looked at the situation and thought, if I just sold more drugs right in the courtroom, maybe I could make some more money. This 30-year-old legend, Tony Rowe, was at a sentencing hearing for a previous drug conviction when he got busted selling weed and Xanax to another inmate while the judge was in the room. The judge. This isn't just a dumb move. This is a deleted scene from Breaking Bad Irish edition. He already had 100 prior convictions, so maybe it was just his retirement tour. But seriously, if your criminal instincts are so strong you can't even hit pause for your own sentencing, you're not a drug dealer, you're just a dumbass. Here's one that'll restore your faith in people. In England, a 16-year-old named Josh Duff has been dealing with bullies and didn't want to go to prom. His dad, who rides motorcycles, put out a call to get some biker friends to escort him there. He was hoping maybe 50 bikes would show up. Instead, 1,500 bikers rolled up, full chrome glory to take his kid to prom. Looked like Mad Max School Dance Edition. Josh told a reporter, "I used to say I felt alone, but now I don't feel that way anymore." And man, if that doesn't hit you in the feels, make sure to check your pulse. Yeah, while the internet is busy roasting bacon cereal, this crew of bikers showed what real community looks like. Metal hearts, leather jackets, and one very memorable ride to the dance floor. A guy in Key West turned 57 last week and decided to celebrate with a bang, and more accurately, a meth pipe and Grand Theft Auto. His name's Jonathan Winslow, and on 4th of July, also his birthday, he strolled into the famous Conch Tour train station like he owned the place. He told an employee he used to work there and then just straight up stole a trolley. Yeah, fired up the engine, left his Kia running with rock music blaring, and rolled out through town like the mayor of Methville. Not only did he take it for a joyride, he started picking up actual tourists. No joke. People just hopped in thinking it was all over part of the holiday experience. Cops finally caught up to him near the southernmost point buoy around a mile down the road. When they tried to arrest him, he played the birthday card and said he just borrowed it. He also had his pipe in his pocket and swore it was just for weed. Spoiler alert, it was not. Jonathan's now facing charges for burglary, grand theft, and possession of drug paraphernalia. But hey, not everyone gets a birthday that makes national headlines, so nice work. So there's a new A&E show called Lie Detector, Truth or Deception, and they came out swinging with their premiere episode, putting Gary Coleman's ex-wife Shannon Price in the hot seat. They grilled her with questions about Gary's 2010 death, and her polygraph results? Not great. When asked if she ever hit Gary, the test came back inconclusive. When asked if she withheld help when he fell, also inconclusive. But then, when asked if she physically caused his fall, boom, she straight up failed with deception. Now, Shannon says the whole thing was bogus, claimed A&E was just in it for ratings, and she's extremely disappointed with the experience. But let's be real. If you're agreeing to go on a polygraph reality show, maybe don't expect 60 Minutes journalism. The episode's streaming now and the internet's eating it up because nothing says quality programming like revisiting unsolved celebrity mysteries with a beat machine and a guy in a suit. Remember the Fyre Festival? That epic 2017 meltdown of influencers, fake cheese sandwiches, and tents that look like a FEMA disaster relief? Well, guess what? Billy McFarland, the guy behind it, is selling the brand and intellectual property on eBay. No, really. The opening bid is $100,000, and after a day, it was up to just over $200,000. So if you ever dreamed of owning the Fyre logo, so you too can disappoint rich Instagram models in a tropical setting, your time has come, okay? McFarland, fresh out of prison and fresh off a failed attempt at Fyre Festival 2, is pitching it like it's the next big media brand. In a very confident Instagram video, he calls it an intention engine that could launch pop-ups, merch drops, live streams, and more. Let's be real. It's like selling the Titanic's nameplate and saying you're starting a cruise line. But here's the twist. People are actually bidding. As of this recording, nearly 100 people have tried to claim it. It's either entrepreneurial optimism or group prank waiting to happen. But either way, Fyre Fest is back, and now it fits in your shopping cart. If that didn't melt your brain in the best way, then go ahead and smash the like button like Jason Momoa in a mosh pit. Subscribe so you never miss a single drop of madness. We're here every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And hey, drop a comment below. What story had you yelling, "No way, this is real"? It fuels the algorithm and our caffeine addiction, all right? It's Fireside News, where the internet's weirdest meets your weekly reality check.